better than what's better than worship of Vishnu? The worship of his devotee. Very interesting, very interesting. It said that without getting the dust of, we want it in English hopefully, yeah, the dust of the listen to him, listen to the pure devotee, follow their instructions, try to serve them. There's no possibility of getting in the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is said all throughout the Vedic literatures, and also spoken by a great devotee named Prahlad Maharaj. So how are you going to get the dust of the feet of the pure devotee? How can you develop some understanding and appreciation of the pure devotee? That's the question. Well, first of all, you got to find one. That's a big task. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu. How does it go? Kashchit yatati siddhaye. Out of thousands of men and women, Kashchit, one yatati siddhaye. One is trying for perfection. Most people, they don't care. So you are special because you've come, you've taken, not getting any progress. So it's in this Hare Krishna movement is giving people the opportunity to associate with Krishna through his pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada, through and on through the disciplic succession through Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's the incarnation of Krishna for this age, all the way to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we take this opportunity. Some people say that it's even you people are even more fortunate in some ways than devotees that were around, during Srila Prabhupada's time. You know why? The books are the same. The service you can still do is the same, but there are so many, from that time, there's so many literatures, books, anecdotes about Srila Prabhupada's life and example that weren't available at that time. About Srila Prabhupada's life and example that weren't available at that time. And if you really want to know how to go on a religious path, that is, you have to follow in the footsteps of the great souls. And so there are so many great souls, like we say, who are Mahajanas, like Narad Muni, like Yudhishthir, like, but those people, they're kind of distant from our consciousness. But Srila Prabhupada was here just a short time ago, and he was doing things in, the 20th century, which is just a short time ago, in this world. So how did he interact with people? How did he preach Krishna consciousness? How did he approach material life and spiritual life? Those lessons are very poignant for us today because it happened such. You can think, well, Krishna was 5,000 years ago. What he did, how does it apply today? You can ask that question. Of course it does apply, but it's shown by the example that Srila Prabhupada gave just a short time ago. So smart people, they can study and inquire about and try to understand Srila Prabhupada's teachings, his service, and also his activities. So, it was, are we ready? Oh, wow. So, it was Yudhishthira Maharaj who was discussing with the Yaksha, remember this? The Pandavas. The Pandavas lost a dice match. And they got, that's right. And they got exiled into the forest for 12 years, and the 13th year was incognito, remember that? And just before that incognito year, they were looking for water. And they saw in the distance, it was kind of a desert area, they saw in the distance a lake, so one after the other they went there and they drank some water and died. Finally, Yudhishthira Maharaj came there. On the bank of this lake, what did he see?
All his brothers.
His 4 brothers were there, dead. He was shocked. So he thought, well, okay, I might have to, he didn't see any signs of fight or anything. So he said, well, let me just take a little drink because I'm really thirsty, and then I'll attend to it. So then as soon as he bent over to drink, he heard this voice of a yaksha. It said, Stop! You're not, this lake belongs to me and you're not allowed to drink without answering my questions. So, Yudhishthira was self-controlled, so he did stop. His brothers didn't stop. He stopped. And he said, okay. So then a yaksha in the form of a crane came before him and began to ask him myriad questions. And one of those very important questions that he asked, that you probably know, was, how can you understand religion? It was a very deep subject, dharma, right? Dharma. How can you understand dharma? So, Yudhishthira Maharaj very intelligently said that you cannot get it just because there's so many rishis, so many sadhus, and everybody has a different opinion. But the real way to understand religion is to find a self-realized soul and then follow his example, follow his footsteps. And that is the trick in this special way to understand what is religion. So this is an opportunity we have to try, especially this day, to see how Srila Prabhupada did things, how he preached, and how he related with people in this modern world. Are we ready?
Yes.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Can everybody see? Should we turn the lights off? What do you think?
Turn the lights
Was there sound?
Very cool.
No sound? Yeah, picture.
Very good.
We have a lot of IT professionals here, right? No.
You want to just put the mic here?
Aha.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Federation of over 100 ashrams, schools, temples, and farm communities, and had made the chanting of Hare Krishna familiar to millions of people. He had written and published over 80 volumes of translation and commentary on self-realization, which are now standard in universities and libraries around the world. And he had gathered about him thousands of dedicated disciples. Spiritual advancement. So the disciples' entire life, he traveled. Srila Prabhupada would emerge daily into the chill and quiet of the early morning, and cloaked in a warm wrap, he would take a lengthy stroll with an entourage of students, disciples, and guests. Some mornings would find Srila Prabhupada immersed in contemplation or a quiet appreciation of natural scenery. At other times, Srila Prabhupada would speak at great length and often with considerable intensity on various subjects. During these animated discourses, Srila Prabhupada would turn the profound Vedic philosophy into a practical cutting edge that penetrated every sphere of life and thought. The word acharya means one who teaches by example, and the following unedited footage provides an intimate glimpse into the exemplary life of Srila Prabhupada. To most people, the daily activities of a spiritual master are a mystery. And it is interesting to see how such an important historical figure conducted his everyday affairs. What emerges is an endearing portrait of an authentic personality.
It is intelligent. It is not escaping. That is going on. The capital is, they are engaging these rascals, asses in the factory and in that. So that is intelligence. They let these rascals work hard and make a nice path for us, and we shall take advantage of it. This is intelligence.
And it is called Ajara Vritti. Ajara Vritti. Ajara means the big snake is called Ajara. So these monks, they make holes and want to live there. And the comfortable living in the meantime, the Ajara done, he used that amounts and lives comfortably. Our is Ajara Vritti. You work for the whole to live comfortably, but we take possession of the house and live comfortably.
Annapurna Vaishnava ki jai, Ramachandra Sri Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem to the whole Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prem Shanti Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur ki jai, Sri Radha Krishna Bhogavanath Sampurna Radha Krishna Giri ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Modi Dham ki jai, Ramna Mai ki jai, Ramna Mai ki jai, Dwarka Dham ki jai, Swami the Bhakti ki jai, all glory to the all glory to the Thank you very much. This is a conversation between Maharaj Parikshit and Visudev Goswami. Maharaj Parikshit, 5,000 years ago, he was the emperor of the whole world. Normally, up to 5,000 years ago, the whole world was being controlled and ruled over by kings whose capital was Hastinapur, New Delhi. There was only one flag, only one ruler, one scripture, Vedic scripture, and the Aryans, the Arya, they were the civilized persons. You, Europeans, Americans, you are also Aryans, Indo-European strong, Maharaj Tejasi, grandson of Maharaj Parikshit, he gave to his two sons the portion of Eastern Europe, Greek and Roman. That is the history. Mahabharata. Mahabharata means great India. So, there was no different religion, one religion, Vedic religion. Vedic religion means to accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the Supreme Person, Absolute Truth. This is Vedic religion. Those who have read Bhagavad Gita, it is said that in the 15th chapter, Vedashta Sarvai Ahamiva Vedyami. Vedic knowledge means to understand God. This is Vedic. Later on, with the progress of Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga means the dark age or the sinful age, or the age for argument, unnecessary talks and fight. This is called Kali Yuga. That is going on. Since the last 5,000 years, the Kali Yuga has begun. And the beginning of Kali Yuga was cow slaughtering. So, at the present moment, practically there is no Brahmin, no Kshatriya, no Vaishya. Only Shudras, fourth class. So you cannot expect any happiness guided by the fourth class. That is not possible. Therefore, throughout the whole world, there is chaotic condition. Nobody is happy. So, this is essential that the human society must be divided into 4 divisions. The Brahmin class means the first class ideal man, so that by the seeing their character, their behavior, others will try to follow. Jajjadacharati sreshta. So this Krishna consciousness movement means we are trying to create some first class man. This is Krishna consciousness, this movement. So, therefore, we have got these rules and regulations. No illicit sex, no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling. This is the preliminary qualification of the first class.
On our tape recorder here that we have,
So, past, present, future, you exist. The body changes. Is it not clear?
That's clear.
So therefore, the conclusion that when we not have this body, we will have another body. You are sitting here. If you don't sit here, you go. That does not mean you are sitting, opportunity is lost. You are sitting here. You sit somewhere. Similarly, the change of body is going on. Therefore, the conclusion is that after you give up this body, you will have another body, as you have already done. What is the difficulty to understand?
The same difficulty is that while the body is different from that of the womb,
Different body must be different, therefore there is no change of body. Unless it is a different body, where is the change?
the memories then are born, and or the spirit is there.
Memory, sometimes we may not remember. Just like this child, he may not have memory when he was very small, but you have got memory. When he was a small child, you are doing something, or something. He was playing with some cats and dogs, but he does not remember that. But he remembers it. So, simply because he has forgotten, does that mean that the incidences are not present? So this argument is not very strong because I cannot remember. You do not remember so many things. But the fact is this, that you are changing from this body to this body to this body. Therefore the conclusion should be that after this body I will accept another body. And that's the fact. As you are accepted in this life from one body to another body, there is a process how to accept it. Similarly, under the same process, you accept another body when this body is no longer useful. Just like at night, you give up this body, you take your subtle body and you go somewhere. You are sleeping in your room, but you are working in a different place. Don't you do that? So, because this body is still useful, Therefore you come to birth again this body, and in the morning you wake up with this body. So death means when this body is useless, you do not come to this body to accept another body. This is called death. That subtle body takes you from this body to the womb of another mother by nature's direction. That this soul shall get this kind of body. So the soul is entered in the womb of another mother's body. And then the body is prepared by the mother's blood and flesh. And when the body is sufficiently capable of working itself, then it comes again and begins its work. This is birth and death. The soul is eternal. Therefore, a sober man should think, why should I change my body? Why this trouble I shall take? That is human sense. When if I am eternal, why not my eternal body? Eternal existence, why shall I die? This is human sense. Unless one comes to this understanding, he is animal. Because animal, by nature's law, is going on. He does not know. Then a human form of body, when he understands that I will have to change this body, I will have to get another body, then the question is what kind of body I shall get. That is human intelligence. By nature's way, we are getting body, but that is on the selection of the nature according to my work. If I work like animal, I get animal body. If I work as demigod, I get demigod body. If I act as trees, then you get tree body. If you acted like dog, you get dog's body. Nature's way. That way you find so many varieties of body. This philosophy does not appeal. That I want to love. It's not unnatural. When that love is imposed to the soul, that is what it is. Normally, they are fascinated. They want to make this love into children. You cannot understand this much love will grow up. They think it is another edition of this material. How are you? Are you please go? How are you? You look better. You are looking better, brighter, but I saw you bring it down. That's we have got so much talent for shining Krishna. Everyone that I am speaking. We have to be made. same thing. Same graduation. Punap Chandra Chakra. But because that is material, they are not getting happiness. But the spiritual thing, we are chanting the same Hare Krishna, simply, repeating, but we are getting transcendental. What like me? Same Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Process is the same, the subject matter is different. So why you are behind publication? Now all the big men are here. Why our books are behind? If we wait for another part, maybe Maharaj, we also see it here. So we should always be vigilant and be fit for going back to work. Very important. Not that our life disappears, maybe a chance next month. That is not very good policy. Purna means very hasty place. Purna Jasita Java. These people are wasting time. That is army some sound, thinking that this sound will say, this is Mula. Why you are sounding so loud, chanting, very loud.
Started going my work unfinished. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur stated that he was leaving this planet with his work unfinished.
Interesting. We are descendant of Prabhupada. But we get unfinished so that we shall get the chance to finish it. That is his mercy. He could have finished immediately. His Vaishnava, now gone.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you again for coming. Some of us, some people here for the first time? I don't know. Oh, okay. Yes. There we go. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Usually we have a special gift for people for the first time. I don't know if we have it available today. But if you keep your hands up, for like 6 hours or something, we can arrange for giving that gift. Seriously, really good. Just some announcements for your information. Some of you are familiar with there's a new building over here right next to you. So the deeds are here, and they're going to be moved over to the new building on Saturday, December 1st. And the program for that will start at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So you're all invited to come. It will go on for a few hours. They're going to install, what's that? Chakra. You know Sudarshan Chakra? Usually you see it on top of the temple. It'll be starting with Sudarshan Chakra. Then the deities will be moved in procession. There'll be some kirtan, special arti, maha-arti, and then hopefully a play, and then big prashad. So please come, invite your friends, family, associates, business partners, everybody. We have some announcements? Yeah. I can't read it. You have to read it.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all again for coming to this evening's program. We'll begin our announcements with our Sunday feast sponsors. Our first sponsor for this evening is Vishwamba Prabhu and family for their newly born child on 28 October around 9 a.m. in India. Where is Vishwamba Prabhu? He's in the kitchen. Okay. So let us bless the child by reciting Hare Krishna Mantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our second sponsor for this evening is Darshan Prabhu's and family on the occasion of his father's birthday. So let us please bless Prabhuji again. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Please carry. Every Tuesday, there is a session on Mahabharata at 7 p.m. Given by His Grace Kirtiraj Prabhu. Wednesday, there is a kirtan and in the evening, starting at 6:30. And Thursday evening, we have a reading of Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrit, starting at 7 o'clock. Again, if any one of you are interested in sponsoring the feast like these two Vaishnavas did today, you can do so for any of these occasions by contacting Murali Rangam Prabhu in the office. So here is Vishwambar Prabhu. Let us again. So what is the name? Okay, name not yet decided. So let us again chant for his son or son. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So we'll break now for dinner prasadam. We'll be back again at 6:30 for one more round of our thing. Hare Krishna. Thank you all.